To take down that okay. I don't know what we're using it for right now.
Forgetting everything else, all the citizens of the road ran out asking one another, "Brother, did you see the..."
balik aja.
All devotees, let us all meditate upon the blessed Shri Krishna Bhagwan. As you chant in your mind, Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Partya Pratibhuditam Bhagavata Narsam Yasinagaitam Purara Munina Muri Mahabharatam Aravetam Rettara Varshinim Bhagavatim Amami Bhagavati Gite Vishnim Namostate Vyasa Vishala Budi Pulara Vindrayata Patrinitraha Vinatoya Bharata Tilapana Pajalitu Jnanamaya Pradipam Pavnaya Tatra Vityaka Pani Garuda Krishna Gitam Turu Hina Murma Om Shri Krishna Gopina Govindya Murma Om Vindra Bandi Halilal Ki Jai. May you have your seats. Om Shri Krishna Om Namo Raya Nam Maharavaya Nam Shri Shri Maha Om Prasam Satyami Om Prasam Satyami Om Namo Raya Nam Maharavaya Nam Shri Shri Maha Om Prasam Satyami Om Prasam Satyami Om Namo Raya Nam Maharavaya Nam Shri Shri Maha Om Prasam Satyami Om Prasam Satyami Om Namo Raya Om Namo Raya Nam Maharavaya Nam Shri Shri Maha Om Prasam Satyami Om Prasam Satyami Om Namo Raya Nam Maharavaya Nam Shri Shri Maha Om Prasam Satyami Om Prasam Om Satyami Om Namo Raya Nam Om Shri Maharavaya Om Shri Maharavaya Om Shri Shri Maha Om Prasam Satyami Om Kusasito Kaya Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara Om Kusasito Om Kaya Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara Om Kusasito Kaya Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara Om Kusasito Om Kaya Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara Om Kusasito Om Kaya Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara Om Shri Akandachanam Om Shri Akandachanam Vegam Yanyam Samvele Pratyayam Samapyami Om Shri Akandachanam Vegam Yanyam Pratyayam Samapyami Om Shri Akandachanam Vegam Yanyam Samvele Pratyayam Samapyami Om Chandanam Pratyayam Shri Akandachanam Vegam Yanyam Pratyayam Samapyami Shri Akandachanam Vegam Yanyam Samvele Pratyayam Samapyami Om Shri Akandachanam Vegam Yanyam Pratyayam Samapyami Chandanam Pratyayam Samapyami Shri Akandachanam Vegam Yanyam Samvele Pratyayam Samapyami Om Shri Akandachanam Vegam Yanyam Samvele Pratyayam Samapyami Chandanam Pratyayam Samapyami Shri Akandachanam Vegam Yanyam Samvele Pratyayam Samapyami Om Shri Akandachanam Vegam Yanyam Pratyayam Samapyami शिवाय प्रतिष्ठहम् ओम नमो भगवती हरिहराटाय ओम नमो भगवती श्रीकामा ओम यज्मन पितृदेवता प्रतिरेयं सत्यामि ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रसरिमुक्ति स्वावंकं च स्वामप्रतं कमन्तुरास शारं दत्तिकिशे एकं देवशरिष्ये ओम श्री पितृदेवता प्रतिरेयं समाप्यामि ओम नमो भगवती हरिहराटाय ओम नमो भगवती पितृदेवतामा ओम यज्मन पितृदेवता प्रतिरेयं समाप्यामि ओम श्री पितृदेवतामा ओम श्री पितृदेवता प्रतिरेयं समाप्यामि ओम श्री पितृदेवतामा ओम श्री पितृदेवता प्रतिरेयं ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रस्मक्ता एकमेरं वायो प्रतिष्ठम् ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रम् 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 समुद्रयमत्यासनम् एकमेरं वायो प्रतिष्ठम् ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रम् 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 एकमेरं वायो प्रतिष्ठम् ओम चंद्रम प्रत्ययं सिद्धामि ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रं चंद्रम प्रत्ययं सिद्धामि ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रं चंद्रम वायोपदेष्टम् ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रं चंद्रम वायोपदेष्टम् ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रं चंद्रम वायोपदेष्टम् ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रं ओम चंद्रम वायोपदेष्टम् ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रं चंद्रम वायोपदेष्टम् ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रं चंद्रम वायोपदेष्टम् ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रं चंद्रम वायोपदेष्टम् चंद्रम वायोपदेष्टम् ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रं चंद्रम वायोपदेष्टम् ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रं चंद्रम वायोपदेष्टम् ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रं चंद्रम वायोपदेष्टम् ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रं ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रं चंद्रम शारमुक्तगोत्रसंयुक्ता एकमेरं वायोपदेष्टम् ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रं एकं प्रत्ययम् ओम गन्धं निवकायन्दो ओम गन्धं मेरी ध्वं निवकायन्दो ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रं ओम शारमुक्तगोत्रं तिलञ्जनं वायोपदेष्टं शारमुक्तगोत्रं तिलञ्जनं वायोपदेष्टम् ओम 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 शारमुक्तगोत्रं तिलञ्जनं वायोपदेष्टम् Om Sharamuktagotam Vilanjanam Vayu Pratishtam Sharamuktagotam Vilanjanam Vayu Pratishtam Om 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 Sharamuktagotam Om Sharamuktagotam Vikram Satyayakam Om Sharamuktagotam Vikram Satyayakam Om Sharamuktagotam Vikram Satyayakam Om Sharamuktagotam Vikram Satyayakam Om Sharamuktagotam Vikram Vayu Pratishtam Om Sharamuktagotam Vikram Vayu Pratishtam Vilanjanam Vayu Pratishtam Om Sharamuktagotam Vilanjanam Om Sharamuktagotam Vikram Satyayakam 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 Sharamuktagotam Vikram Satyayakam Om Sharamuktagotam Vikram Satyayakam Om Sharamuktagotam Vikram Satyayakam Vikram Satyayakam Om Mungree Kittidevachatanam Ayatu Patishtam Om Vayu Samvedam Vedam Sara Sathayatam Vayu Pitram Aprim Saravitam Sarapunamsem Vakinam Sayatam Suram Kayanga Suramam Om Pitte Nama Om Shri Kittidevachatanam Om Vayanam Yonam Yakam Vatam Sedam Varunam Seyam Rattanam Sakam Jetanam Seyam Vayuram Yonam Vattanam Vayatanam Sey Vattanam Dayanam Seyam Buyadam Atiram Buyadam Om Ati Kittam Suram Om Attanasam Shriyatam Vyam Shriram Mahitam Etam Patam Etam Om Pitve Namaha Pittanam Mittam Tiyanam Om Setam Yotam Ayatam Pittanam Ramam Setam Apayam Om Vitam Yitam Yonam She Yutam Putram Nam Ayatam Yotam Setayam Ashtanam Om Pitve Pitam Pitam Sabha Vikram Kayatam Yatram Matam Cham Uyanam Vikram Om Uyanam Om Ati Vikram As you meditate upon the blessed Sri Krishna Bhagavan, Aum Partya Pratipuritam Bhagavata Nasam Vyasagaitam Radhamunina Marima Bharatam Paravaitam Mrettara Varashinim Bhagavatim Mami Bhagavati Gite Vishnim Namostate Vyasam Shalapuri Pulara Vidrayata Patanitraha Napuya Bharata Tilapana Prajwalitu Jnanamaya Pradipa Pabudaya Datta Vityaka Pani Yarmura Krishna Gitam Daro Namo Namaha Chandra Yoga Dupata Yoga Gita Mahat Vasure Sukam Deva Kamsanaro Maranam Devikitam Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru Vishma Dhona Katala Gandhara Viloplaya Shalya Kripin Varina Vila Saskara Gora Makra Gurhanarati Chote Pandave Varnamniri Kishwam Parsam Gita Harikata Sambhuritam Gopi Pitya Murat Bharata Bharata Pancham Tatnasi Omokam Karote Bhakchalam Kangolakitakulam Om Yamkota Varu Indra Guru Mansa Srupanti Neva Istiran Vidayantiyam Samaga Dharapashyantiyam Yogino Yasham Tam Narevaya Prasnai Anima Om Indra Kundi Halayake Jai Ashyam Ashyoyam Chahatam Rajavatam Dasta Rasmi Rathaso Abusam Chaha Namo Satir Panditaha Om Shri Krishna Devtana Nakatam Jatam Nastam Nakapam Ramantiram Nestam Navastam Sarvavatam Adhanam Param Om Shri Krishna Devtana So here Lord Krishna here he was telling Arjuna, O Arjuna, thou shalt not grieve for those but not shalt grieve for yet those speak the words of wisdom. The wise grieve neither for the living or the dead. For any time indeed I was not, nor these rule of men, for verily shall we ever cease to be hereafter. Dehi satam yatam dehi, purvam yutam jala, tadvavistam bhaktim dire tatta na muhayate. Just as this body, body so passes into childhood, youth and old age, so does it passes into another body, so the woman cannot be hereafter. What Lord Krishna means here, that when this soul leaves this body, then we enter into another body. But this body, which we have prepared for our own self. So it all depends on our karma, good or bad karma, which we have performed while we are living. The soul will re-enter into that. Because sometimes when the soul see the body, but while we are living, we have to prepare for ourselves. Sometimes the soul is some equivalent, full of some frightened to re-enter into that body. Because sometimes we go to a lower stage, and we go into a pig, a frog, any form of animal. They just stay there, but while we are living, that we have to do the good things, hear the good things, see the good things, and good things will tend to follow us. You see, if we do good action, it says that we will enter into that of another human body. You see, all of us who are there, it means that we have done some good in our past life to achieve this human body. So while do bad things to achieve a lower stage, but here we have this body to uplift ourselves while we are living. So this is what Lord Krishna here he was telling Arjuna. So Arjuna he says, Mantra tasvam kam tiya sitam nustam suham dana agara patino nishtam tama bharatam Yehitam yetam yetam purusham purushapa samma astam yehitam kalpihe. So the contact of the self with the object, O son of Kunti, which cause heat and cold, pleasure and pain, have a beginning and an end. They are impermanent, endure and bravely. That foreman who surely these affect not, O chief among men, to whom pleasure and pain are the same, is fit for attaining immortality. The unreal has no being, and there is none being of the real. The truth about both has been ever seen by the knower of the truth, or the seer of the essence. What is changing must be unreal, and what is constant or permanent must be real. The Atman or the self always exists. So what Lord Krishna says here, that the soul does not die. The soul always passes on and on and on. You know, always says the soul cannot be destroyed at no time. So the soul always exists. So it's according to our karma again, it says that we will re-enter into that which we have prepared for ourselves. Today it is stated that while we are living, we have to do the good things. You take your hands and you do good actions. You know, like sometimes you offer food to someone who is very hungry, one who is very thirsty, you offer food and water, and so forth. We always keep on doing good things while we are living. Because when you're dead, they cannot do nothing. You know? But you know, it has some people. They like living there, they cannot get nothing good. So here Lord Krishna here, he was telling Arjuna, Avinasham turam vedam inam sarva idam tattvam vesham astam naram pacharam kodam ashvem. All have to be indestructible by whom all obey. None can cause destruction to that. None imperishable. The Atma pervaded all the other objects like the Eta. Even if the pot is broken, the Eta that is within and without the pot cannot be lost or destroyed. Even so, if this body is and all the other objects perish, the self or the Atma that pervade them cannot perish. It is a living truth. These body of the embodied souls, who is eternal, indestructible, immeasurable, are said to have an end. So here it is stated, all living things must die. Once are born, they must die. So once there is good, there is death. And once there is death, there is also good. It's done like this, you know, like when a child born, this child will be crying, and everyone who is around that child will be smiling. So when the soul leaves this body, it will be the opposite. The soul will be smiling, and everyone will be crying. So the soul, this is how the soul is like. So here, Lord Krishna here, he was telling Arjuna, you take yourself to be slain, and who thinks that he is slain, neither of them knows. He is slain not, he is not slain. The self is non-dual, as immutable. He is neither the agent nor the object of the act of slaying. Nattam jetam nityam vama kvesham ara bhutva bhavitam ma bhutva ija nityam sarvayatam param ma etam ayami sri. He is not born nor does he ever dies. After having been, he is again ceased not to be. unborn, eternal, changeless, and ancient. He is not killed when the body is killed. Whosoever knows him to be indestructible, eternal, unborn, example, how can that man slay? Who Arjuna proposed to be slain? Just as this man casts out one of clothes and put out new one, so also a body shall cast out one of body and enter into other new body. So when the soul leaves the body, it will enter into another new body, which they have prepared for their own self. Vasami Kandiram Yakandiram Navi Vetandara Tani Tatam Siritan Vitam Jena Vitam Samitin Niriti Devi Neinam Chetam Satam Nitam Devatam Chetam Kalitabim Sahasastam Murtiya. It says here that earthworm cannot cut it, fire cannot burn it not, water cannot wet it not, the wind cannot dry it not. So the self has no path. It is extensible, it is infinite. Therefore, the sword cannot cut it, and it says that the fire cannot burn it, and the wind cannot dry it. So it says here, so is how the soul, it cannot destroy an enemy. So the self cannot be cut, burned, wet, or dry. It is eternal, all-pervading, stable, ancient, and immovable. The self is said to be unmanifested, unthinkable, unchangeable. So therefore, knowing this to be such, thou shalt not grieve hereafter. But even thou think it has been constant born and constant dying. Even then, O mighty arm, thou shalt not grieve. Both is inevitable to what is death, and death is inevitable to what is born. So this is the law, therefore one should not grieve. It says here that while we coming into this world, here we have a certain amount of stay in this land. You know, some like if one have to travel to go to America or Canada also, they would go to the immigration, and there the immigration would grant them a visa for a certain amount of stay in that country. So too while we are born, God has granted us a visa for a certain amount of stay in this land. So when our visa up, we all have to do. You know? So some will get short visas and get long visas. So is how God has prepared the body when it comes into this world for a certain amount of stay. So when on a time up, we all have to do. We cannot run or hide from them. The devotees, I will tell you a little story. Once there was this man, he had everything in this world he can think of, but he lived all by himself. So one day he said to himself, "Oh God, I wish I can dead now." So the Lord of Death was passing along. So the Lord of Death has a long list of names, with his name heading the list. So the Lord of Death went to his home, say, "I have received your message. I come to take you with me." So then he got frightened, he started to beg the Lord of Death. So Lord, please give me one chance. So then he started to talk and talk. So he tell the Lord of Death, so why not partake of the meals that I have prepared and the drinks that I have. So the Lord of Death said, "All right, no problem. I will partake of the meals and the drink." So then he telling the Lord of Death, "Oh Lord, well it's too late now, why not spend a night here?" So the Lord of Death decided to spend the night. So when the Lord of Death was asleep, remember, well, his name was heading the list. So this man take his name and rub it off from the top and put it to the bottom. So in the morning time now, the God of Death get up, telling this man, "See, I have enjoyed everything you have offered to me, the meals, the drink, and the sleep. So I will not start my list from the top, I will start from the bottom." So devotees cannot run or hide from them. That is the thing. When our time comes, we will have to do. So this is how the Lord has prepared us for a certain amount of stay in this life. Demittam avaram dev sarva bharatakasman sarva bhutmam bhaktam satyam hashem. This indweller in the body of everyone is ever indestructible. O Arjuna, therefore thou shalt not grieve for any creatures. For I have in regard to thy duty, thou shalt not glorify, for there is nothing higher, for he checked the other and he right to go. Oh, Gendra, the devotees, while we are living, we must offer prayer every day as we as human beings. It is stated once there was this mountain climber. So he was climbing the Himalayas mountain. And one who was climbing this mountain, he happened to miss one of his pick while he was climbing. So the rope started to scale on, and he was suspended in this rope. So he alone was there. He was wondering what to do. He was suspended in this rope, and he could not help himself. So he was in this Himalayas mountain. So then he started the crowd. Is anyone here? No one answered. Then he followed again. Is anyone here? No one answered. Then the third time he says, oh God, are you there? Then a voice answered. He said, oh God, can you help me? Then the voice said, yes, I can help you. He said, what can you do for me? Then the voice said, I want you to cut that rope. So then he had tried, how come God would tell me to cut this rope and I suspended from this rope? But he did not listen to what God says. After the following morning, some passerby saw him suspended in this rope, but he was just only 2 feet from the ground. So you see, he did not listen to what God has to say, but he was all gone beyond. You see, we have to listen to what God has to say. Once we follow His instructions, that we will be saved. And He will protect us, and He will guide us, and He will give us the things that we need in life. When we pray and we make offering to Him, so when we make offering to the Almighty God, He does be happy. And once the God is happy, He will make us happy. You see, they receive something from us, and in return, He will give us back something in return. Oh, Mindra Bandihar Lal Ki Jai. The devotees, I will do a bhajan. Everyone can follow. Oh, Mindra Bandihar Lal Ki Jai. Om Jai Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Yogiyo ko dukha dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Dukhyo ko dukha dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare हो चाहे तो सब कुछ करते विष को भी अमृत करते हो चाहे तो सब कुछ करते विष को भी अमृत करते पूर्ण करते सबकी आशा पूर्ण करते सबकी आशा जो भी तेरा ज्ञान धरे जो भी तेरा ज्ञान धरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे ओम वृंदावन राम की जय
granddaughter of the late Mungree Sahadeo, daughter of the late Sona. Good morning again, everybody. As I was saying, I am Natalie, granddaughter of the late Mungree Sahadeo, daughter of the late Sona. Today, with heavy hearts, we bid farewell to our dear matriarch, Moya. There's a saying, when the elderly dies, a library is lost, and volumes of wisdom and knowledge are gone. However, even though she is not physically here anymore with us, her legacy will live on in our hearts, and we all have learned through practical or vicarious experiences. She left a treasure of memories and intriguing tales of yesteryear, fascinating cane-field stories, events that happened when we were just babes, too young to recall, and of recent, the story of her firstborn, my mom. Sona, which I learned from her, means gold. May her soul rest in peace. I love this mighty little lady who modeled independence and woman power, even through times of male dominance. I am really grateful for Moya. Now I want to pass on now to Clifton Sahadeo, the youngest of the siblings, to share his eulogy today.
Sit down, everyone. My name is Cliff. I am the youngest of the Sahadeo's family. Today we celebrate the journey of the life of our beloved mother, mother-in-law, grandmother, and great-grandmother, whom we affectionately call Moya by her children, Mama by her grandchildren, and Mama Moya by her great-grandchildren, and Parvu by her friends and former co-workers in the cane fields. Moya, Mrs. Mungree Rajdaye Sahadeo, was born on the 13th of March 1933, and in 1933 it was a very eventful year. Perhaps you all can look it up. In a barrack not too far from the Lara Stadium, that's just across the road there. Her father's name was Mr. Bansi Duki, and her mother's name was Rajdaye. She was born into a devout Hindu family with a very strong Muslim connection. Half of her family was Muslim. She was the eldest of 7 children. The sister of me, Tanti Mina, Tanti Darlin, Tanti Joycey, Uncle Ralphie, Uncle Gopal, and Tanti Sugan. She loved and adored her brothers and sisters, but she had a special love for Uncle Ralphie. And I hope you all know that guess why, because they both loved to engage in their most favorite beverages. Moya became a beautiful bride to our beloved father, Mr. Sahadeo, in the year 1940. And in 1940, it was just 3 years after World War II. So you can imagine the life it had during those years. At the young age of 15, so Moya was just a child when she was married. Well, in those days, it was not it was accustomed to get married at a very young age. They both lived by the paternal side of the family, as was expected in those days, in a village called Coal Mine at St. Joseph Village in San Fernando, right across the bypass there. She was a mother of 13. Well, you all hear that? 13. Yes, 13 children. 7 boys and 6 girls. Sona, that is Didi, who passed away in 2019, who we affectionately call Didi. Stella, Kenrick, Ram, Witty, Beatty, Frederick, Sita, Lovey, David, Julie, Wayne, and Wycliffe. You want me to repeat that? I hope I didn't miss out any names. She was a grandmother of 42 and great-grandmother of 33. Someone said that's a small village. Moya can name every one of her grandchildren and great-grand. She had a brain like an elephant. She could remember everything. She used to beam up upon seeing them. She would kiss them on their lips like this, when she see her grandchildren. She loved arguing with Justin and telling him, I walk and build a big house. And mine all be children. What you do? And guess how old you was? 10 years. Yeah. Growing up as a child now. Moya. This is as told by Moya. Moya attended primary school for a very, very short period of time. And cunningly, her Aji began taking her to the store that the family owned in San Fernando. Because Moya was almost ran over by a truck while crossing the road to pick those small cucumbers from the fence. You all know it? Small cucumbers from the fence. It was close to the school. So on hearing that, Aji had to take action. At the store, Moya's Aji would sit her in a corner so no one would see her. And that would be the end of Moya's educational pursuits, arriving out of safety issues. So now I'm going to talk about her marriage. After Moya and Papa, After Moya and Papa got married, they had 5 children in St. Joseph Village. That's across the road, as I said before, a big shot area. The land is $2 million a lot now, 2 or 3 million. And Papa, father, Lalta was the first one to build a house there. And the others in Taruba. Moya was always a rebel. Moya was a feminist in her own right. It was most unusual for a young woman to acquire loans in the 50s to purchase a plot of land and build a house. That's in the 50s, way in the 50s. That's why she always say Beatty is a lucky child. Because she started to build the house when Beatty was born. And even more astounding, she did this without being able to read or write. So she got that loan without being able to read or write. Moya was 24 years old when she did such. And cutting and loading kids to pay for her new family's home. During the struggles of house payments and taking care of a really large family, Moya's main objective was sending her to school. She always used to tell us, I don't want my children cutting cake. It was a conviction to educate all of her children. All of my brothers and sisters completed primary school, some secondary schools, and other universities. Moya was always very proud of her children's educational achievements, especially when Dad got a scholarship to study in England. She prayed for him day and night, and she made Wayne and I pray for him day and night also. Being a mother, Moya loved all her children. She was an astute disciplinarian, and everyone was expected to pull their weight, and if not, would face the wrath of her punishments. Now those punishments include a cuff and a vociferous tongue lashing. You know what is that? And at the same time, Papa getting it too. And he didn't know what happening. For something he didn't have a clue about. So when he come in the house, he getting some blows too. When Moya got mad, she really can scare the living daylights of the baddest badger, the little short woman too. Moya instilled in us values of love and respect for our elders, compassion and charity to the less fortunate. She also inculcated in us the only ladder to success is hard work, honest work, and consistency. She has been an exemplar to these qualities. Moya is one of the most loving and kind person, but with an audacious personality that is larger than life. In fact, grandchildren and great-grandchildren believe that Moya is a superstar, with the conversation always converging on the little short lady with affectionate statements such as, she behaving just like Moya, or she have braids like Moya, or she walking like Moya, or she taking a shot like Moya. Okay? My personal own children used to play a Moya game, just to walk, talk, just like them. And one day, the two little ones, they go on in the kitchen and they start to take the refreshments, just like Moya. Moya's lessons and values will live on until time eternity. The greatest lesson that I've ever learned from her is, whenever you're leaving anywhere, leave in peace. Leave in peace, beta. Whenever you're leaving anywhere, leave in peace. Moya's loyalty and dedication to her family would covet the angels in heaven. The love that she showed was more than love. The love that she loved was more than love. The kisses that she kissed her grandchildren were more than kisses. And the blessings that Moya blessed was more than a blessing. Moya will forever occupy a sacred part in her children's heart, for she has been the nucleus of all our dreams and aspirations. Boy, you have been the greatest mother, and may you rest in peace. We love you, Moy. From your entire family, we love you, Moy. Friends, families, and well-wishers, we love you, Moy. Stir.
Thank you, Kofi, for that well-detailed information. The floor is now open to anyone who wants to say anything. But before, my brother Terry, who's in Canada, he sent a little something for me to read, because he's the eldest of all the grandchildren, and he was more like a sibling to them than, yes, like a brother, as they are saying in the back. And Moya always liked to chant, "She mind Harry, yeah? She mind Harry." So on behalf of Terry, he said this, and he's looking on live at the moment. Words cannot never do justice to the legacy you leave behind. We were all truly blessed to have you in our lives. Mama, that is what I always call you. You had a small frame, but to me, you are a giant with a towering strength, determination, and perseverance. You taught me how hard work, kindness, and family are important ingredients for success. I grew up eating mama food. To me, she was the best cook ever. I tried to imitate her recipes, but it never quite tasted the same. My lasting memory of Mama is a simple woman, hardworking, passionate about family, and a tower of strength. A matriarch who never waned in her support and love for her family. A warrior who soldiered on even when times were tough. You will be missed and forever in our hearts. Love, Terry. So, thank you. And I now leave the floor open for whoever wants to come up. I believe Michelle wanted to say something. Okay, before Michelle, I'll put on Uncle Kendrick, Monia's one eldest son.
Everybody almost said everything right. I thank God, never mother like this. She had a lot of trouble with me. I could. She was a warrior to deal with her personality. Who leave home, went away a long period of time. Looking for me, also for her sleep. Knocking about. Working, she was so proud of me when I got my first job. But I had to leave home. She come looking for me, with my father, and for her spirit. When I asked you where Papa, he said, look at my body condition are there, they come and know. Yeah, so I went and see that. They come see where I live, whatever, satisfy their mind. Come. And I had to walk them down to South Key to get a taxi. And I have to remember, my mother gave me $8. She said, take that. And she leave and come. But she is a warrior. She have done everything. She went through so much of trouble, so much of pain. But the last time I spoke to her, me and Dad in my lobby house. Yeah. She had 22 sisters. See, but before she could say anything, she make an excuse for them now. She say, the children and them walking and they can't come. So we are going to put that with them. But that is the appreciation and love she had for them. You know? And so much so that I would like to say too, big men, they get emotional too, you know. I would like to say to the people who feel they were detractors of her, they were, right? They were fighting against a war with nobody behind it. There was nobody behind that wall, they were just fighting a war. She, with the love and compassion she had, she going with that. So when the Lord called on she has training. Paru, Rajdaye, Sahadeo, and Mungree. But when the Lord called her, she will be there. And say, the angel will take me to you, and she will answer the questions in good faith, because I what she had. I say thank you very much.
Thank you. And now I'm calling on Milan. This is a great grand. This is Michelle's son, Milan.
Old great-grandmother Moya, on behalf of all 33 great-grandchildren, I wish to express our sincerest grief on this sorrowful day. They will forever be a part of our memories. Moya, you are a woman of great strength who stood at the helm of this family. You taught us respect and duty, and we have lost a cornerstone in society. Moya, you brought up your children with pride and dignity, so that today 3 generations later will benefit from your great mothering skills. We thank God for your life here and forever grateful for being your great-grandchildren and a part of your life. May your journey now end with meeting with God and other beloved ones long gone. Moya, we love you with all our hearts, and you will never be forgotten. May your beautiful soul rest in peace, and may you be amongst the angels in heaven, looking at us now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Milan. Very nice. Okay, and so I call on Michelle now, who wants to say something. And remember, the floor is open. Anybody want? Pandit Maharaj, family, relatives, friends, neighbors, greetings on behalf of the Sahadeo family. Today we bid farewell to our beloved mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, sister, aunt, and matriarch of this family. Moya, as she is lovingly known, is a queen in her own rights. We are indeed saddened by this loss, but we celebrate her life, and are indeed privileged to be a part of it. May her soul now be with her Maker, and may she be in paradise whatever her heart's desire. We all love her, will miss her, and hope this day marks a new beginning for her children as we continue the legacy she left behind. To live life to the fullest, to treat others with kindness, and to be devoted to God. Moya, we celebrate you today. You will forever be in our hearts. Love from all of us. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Is there anybody who wants to come up now and give their sympathies or say anything? How's it time? Anybody? All right, well, okay, I know it's an emotional time and you all, okay, and Cindy's coming up. David's daughter, Cindy.
Good morning, everyone. Everybody articulated so beautifully what Moya is. I just wanted to share one small story. When Papa passed away, my sister and I used to come and stay with her because she was here alone. And on the first night we stayed here, we saw Mama hanging off the bed. So we got up in a rush because we got scared we thought it was going to fall off. And we was like, Mama, you're falling off the bed, you're falling off the bed. I was like, what I'm telling you, I was sleeping here, I was sleeping. And she ran us to the moment sleep, so we just went back to bed giggling because we didn't realize that's exactly how she slept. One of our other favorite things to do was watching crime series. She loved Criminal Minds because we used to watch it here with her. She was actually one who got me into watching that. She was convinced that the guy in the first season was too smart for the show. That's why the people who used to make the show made him leave because he was too smart for them and he used to figure out all the crimes and he was smarter than everybody. I remember just listening to her and just laughing because it was entertaining to hear her say stuff like that. Thank you very much for listening to the stories I had to share with her. Anybody else would like to come up and say anything? Anyone? No?
Hi, my name is Randall. I'm the eldest son of Daddy Kendrick. And my grandmother was one thing that she was strong. She used to walk from the back to the front, go in the garden in the back. She used to plant across the road. She was a very strong, hard-working person, just like Papa. I remember one thing that, sitting there, I just remembered one thing is that January month is my birthday, and every year while I was growing up, Mama and Papa used to always give me a duck or a fowl and say, here, tell your mother curry that and send some for me. Mama was everybody unique individual. She was mighty strong and she will be greatly missed by everyone. In our hearts, I know she will reside there forever and she will be the person there always. This is Mama home, and even though she's not around physically, she will be here spiritually. Thank you.
Thank you, Randall. I see people getting braver. Is there anybody else? Justin? Justin told me he had it planned out so long, but I didn't see him come in.
I get it. As Justin, the one who used to argue with me all the time. Obviously. I lived with Moya for years and I know how she was, and it's not so much about she was good. Every day I used to see she asking for Panadol all the time. And they used to do it so much. And I just see she every day. It was good. She teach me all of the things. And she used to help me with everything. Even if I asked you for advice, she used to give me. Anyways, thanks for your time.
Thank you, Justin. Although he has been living with her for quite almost 17 years, I believe. And, you know, he practically grew up as a little one too now. So, you know, they would have that special bond. Is there anybody else? I don't want to leave out. Okay, and Patty? Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Knowing my grandmother, everyone is saying in family I like her because I love the place. And standing up here I know for Christmas I said I was going to see her. And I bought 3 bottles of Moscato. 1 for my mom, 1 for me, and 1 for her. And I put her Moscato on my wine cellar. And I said, when I am going, the day before, I will put it to cold, so when I reach there, I am going to crack that seal and take it with her. I love to party just like her. I love to drink just like her. I love to dance just like her. And today, standing up here, knowing she is gone, it means so hard for me and my family and all her friends. But today she is in a better place to know that I will still crack the seal and put it in that glass for her, and I will drink out that bottle for her. And to know her 13 children, her grandchildren, and her great-grands, her in-laws. We come here today because she brings us here in peace, and she will leave in peace. Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy. I know. Okay, and here's Sharon, another great grand. Good morning, everyone.
Yes, again, good morning, everyone. Today is a bittersweet day because today we're standing and we're looking at our legacy. And as I watch from here all around, I see my grandmother. This is her legacy because it's mostly children, grandchildren, great-grand. And you know, I'm proud to be here. We are her seeds. And when I watch, especially the women, men too, but especially the women in this family, this is the woman that shaped us. I spent most of my childhood holidays here. I used to can't wait to come here. Now we used to live at Pinal. Every holiday, I beg my mother, I do everything, trying to get the best marks, everything just to come here for holiday. And it is this woman I used to look up to when I came. I saw her, she used to take me. She said, we were not allowed to wear earrings. My mother and father didn't pierce our ears and things. She said, don't worry with them. She took me and she took me San Fernando, we pierced up and whatever. That was one of the happiest days of my life, right? Right. And I would look at her. She would take us. She would go and do business. She would go and sell, like I was telling some of them, she would sell to the jewelers, you know. I have her, she down payment, but she go right there. She's selling to them, and in turn, she take out, she little parcel, whatever. She bracelet and this, and she paying every month, but every month she go to see them, she's selling them something. So she taught me commerce from small. She taught me how to handle finance. The first thing she said, when you know, can you work? The first thing, buy some jewelry and buy some gold. I buy all my gold, maybe the first 5 years. I work it. I just tell my husband, don't buy no jewelry for me. You know, I learned all that from her. She said, take all your education, take all your education. Yeah. And she taught us law too. Me and my sisters are lawyers today. And it come from the magistrate. We just said, mommy's the next one. She's the judge, right? And that is because of them. The strong line that we come from. This is 90 years here. But you know what? I am so grateful here. I'm very emotional too because I remember those early formative years. It is her as Katian said, she would come, she and Auntie Didi come and spend a night. For breakfast, we cooking up and making all kind of things. She said, Sharon, bring out a shot for me. She, before breakfast, Moya? Yeah, Daiwa Hamel going strong. Give me a shot of punching. I said, Moya, I don't think I had it. All right, bring her scotch, bring her this, and bring her a cocktail. Very early in the morning. And she had breakfast and thing. But you know what? She lived her life on her own terms. And that is what I like about her. She was independent. She was strong. And nobody, she didn't friend nobody, you know. That is what I got from her. To stand up for yourself, to stand up for others. Don't make a mistake and say nothing about your children and your grandchildren, you know. She can say, but you don't make a mistake, you know. That is it for you, she will done your worries. Yeah, and she will cost you. But you know what? It was just language. It was just language for her because the day, the morning she would quarrel with you and by evening she got, you want this, you want that. And that was who she was. And to all her children, her grandchildren, any one of her children here, she have about 13, could be. Anybody have a child, a grandchild, she have a bara he and a bara she. She looked for every single opportunity to celebrate life. Every opportunity. And she had a very good heart. God blessed her with a long life to see her legacy. And that is what we are here today. Her legacy. This is a legacy of a wonderful and great woman. One who was so admirable and still is and will live on in our memory and carry in our heart and even our children's heart. Some of them wouldn't even know her and they wouldn't know where the strength came from. But it came from her. I don't know her mother, who probably was or did the same thing. But we got it from her. And so our children will carry on that. And it is with great sadness, like I say, it's bittersweet. It's great sadness that we say goodbye. But she played a role and a purpose in all our lives. And like she taught us to celebrate, and I said today is a celebration as well. Because she's a good woman and we know where she's going. It is a celebration of her life. And I'm looking at everybody and she would be pleased to see everybody, how they grew, how she brought everybody up how she wanted to, you know. And this was the woman she was. And without saying too much more, you know, Mama, we love you. And when you go, give Papa and all my father and everybody a kiss in heaven for us. We thank you for what you did for us. Maybe, you know, we had to keep on coming together and bring this family together as you always want and had us. God bless you, Mama.
Thank you so much, Sharon. So now with further ado, I'd like to call on Uncle Dad, Ram, to do the vote of thanks. Oh, before I just cremation is in the short piece at Mosquito Creek. However, sadly, because of the COVID, only it's limited to 15 people, but it's on live, so you all are fortunate to see it there, right? Right. Oh, okay. Uncle Kendrick is reminding me to don't forget his nephews, my brothers, Greg, Dean, Michael, and all those who are looking on. I'm sure Trisha, Sasha, all those, Shelly. Oh, and here is another granddaughter all the way from Barbados wanting to say something. On. Go ahead, Trisha.
Hello?
Go ahead now.
Good morning, everybody. This is Trisha. Sorry, I'm a little crafty. I can't do this public speaking thing even behind a video over the phone. Me and my sisters and brother aren't able to be there, you know, COVID and everything. But we wanted to make sure that we expressed how sad we were for Moya not being with us anymore. I'm sorry we couldn't be there, but as soon as we can, we will come and visit. Daddy, I'm sorry that we can't be there for you, but you're in our hearts and everybody else's too. I wanted to share one story with you about Moya that I thought was funny when I was talking to her. When we moved to Barbados, obviously years now, she found out that I started to study hospitality. And she was asking Daddy, why Trisha studying hospitality? That's how hotel work. And to her, hotel work meant something bad. And she didn't understand why I wanted to do that at all. And Daddy just laughed and said, no, that's something different. You know, it's not like how it used to be before. And it's something good. And I, for years, couldn't understand why Moya would have thought so. But at the end of the day, every time I came back and I visited her, she was so happy and proud to hear that everybody was doing well. She was happy to hear about the grandchildren. And I'm so sorry that she didn't get to meet my kids, but I'm sure she'll come over and visit us at some point in time and look over us. To everybody there, I'm so sorry, because you guys spent more time with her than anything else. But we hope that she's resting in peace and that one day we can be as good as her and be her in heaven. That's all.
Thanks, Trisha. And again, I know those boys are Shelly. I'm not forgetting Shelly as well. She was very emotional. And Greg, Dane, Michael, Terry, you know. So now, as I was saying, the cremation site, she's been cremated at the Mosquito Creek, and due to protocols with the COVID, only 15 people are allowed. And again, it's nice that with technology you could go on live and see what's happening, even the cremation ceremony. So now I hand you over to Ram, Uncle Dad, fondly known as, to do the vote of thanks.
Okay, I'm going to try to be straight-faced today. I had some warning from Moya that she was going to leave us. When I visited her on the 30th of December last year, she told me, the next time you come, in the presence of Kendrick, you're going to see me there. So I had the warning, right? And that was that. Cliffy and everybody else has said a lot about Moya and not enough. So I do not want to take more time in saying more about Moya, except that I love her a lot. And I know it's just a change of body and she'll be moving on. She's a strong lady, and I don't want to talk about the estate and the amount of cane she cut. Kendrick added up some cane weight at a time and he got $1 million. So, and I must say this now, before it go anywhere. We used to help her cut cane too. And on Good Friday and Saturday and Sunday, and when the premium was higher, when you get double time and triple time, more for the same load, we used to make sure that we load big loads, sometimes 4 tons and more. Where did that extra cane go? And to whom that extra weight went to? It's a story in itself, and I'll leave it there for now. So I've tried to stay safe-faced, straight-faced. Whenever I travel, I always say that my mother was a cane cutter. And that brought pride to the people that I speak to, because they would see me as somebody else and not as a cane cutter son. And they'll give me more respect for that. So she brought a lot of respect for me in that regard. My role here now is to say thank you to my friend Dio. And as soon as I called him, he said, no problem. I'm sure he had other commitments, but a friend indeed is a friend indeed. So Dio, thank you very much. I want to say special thank you to my sister, Lovey, for the effort she has made over the years in taking care of Moya and her family. Well, her family, yeah. And Karen Juan and Leon and everyone. Justin, you know, in this time I forget things. I want to say special thank you for putting up with her, but you had a good chance to hear some good stories, and well, so that was that too. Thanks to everybody for coming up. Thanks for the family for showing up, right, and being nice with each other. Thanks for the matching clothes. All of us are the same, and that it was Moya's wish that all of us wear the same white clothes. Thank you, everybody. We have to go to the creek, and I don't want to be any longer. God bless to you all. Learn from this strong lady. Hear her stories. Hear where she come from, and hear where she will be going. Right? She would be. I consider her a sanskari, a Hindutva. She had a very strong belief in Hinduism, and this year proves that she's going on the final rites at Hindu rites. So thank you, everybody. Thanks to Lorby again. Thanks to all my brothers and sisters for putting up with her, and me too, because I was a terrible person to deal with. And God bless everybody. Jai Shri Ram, Hare Krishna. And if anybody wants to view the body, they can come closer and have a look and pay their respects, and then we do the final rites.
Well, devotees, if anyone who wishes to offer flower on tune of the body, they will have the final cue before we go to the cremation creek to do the final rites. So let's have this opportunity to come forward. So during this process, I will just do one bhajan. Om Syapat Ramachandra ki jai. Om Prem Murita Manase Kaho Ram 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 Shri Ram 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 Shri Ram 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 Prem Murita Manase Kaho Ram 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 Shri Ram 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 Shri Ram Ram kete duka vete lete Ram Ram. Paap kete duka vete lete Ram Ram. Bhavam sundara sukhinaya ek Ram Ram. Bhavam sundara sukhinaya ek Ram Ram. Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram. Param Shanti Sukhinirnya Devya Ram Ram. Param Shanti Sukhinirnya Devya Ram Ram. Nirna Haraya Ko Aharaya Ek Ram Ram. Nirna Haraya Ko Aharaya Ek Ram Ram. Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram. Param Gopaya Parameshta Mantra Ram Ram. Param Gopaya Parameshta Mantra Ram Ram. Santana Hidaya Sarava Santaya Ek Ram Ram. Santana Hidaya Sarava Santaya Ek Ram Ram. Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram. Mahadeva Sarajapata Devya Ram Ram. Mahadeva Sarajapata Devya Ram Ram. Kasimarata Murti Kahata Kahata Ram Ram. Kasimarata Murti Kahata Kahata Ram Ram. Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram. Mata Pita Bandhu Sakha Sabhi Ram Ram. Mata Pita Bandhu Sakha Sabhi Ram Ram. Bhakta Jana Jivana Danya Ek Ram Ram. Bhakta Jana Jivana Danya Ek Ram Ram. Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram. Prema Mudita Mani se kaho Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram. Om Syapad Ramachandra ki jai. All devotees at this point in time will do final close and pray, and then we'll go to the cremation site to do our final rites. As we meditate upon the blessed Sri Krishna Bhagavan, so we all chant in your mind, Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya, Om Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Om Bhagavan Paramesham Bhakte Charyam Pratam Bhujam Ekate Prabhu Pratam Bhujam Ekita Ariharatam Saram Sam Muktam Soki Loki Karmalapite Bari Pipa Gita Jana Korochetam Karsham Parsam Karavani Dali Varta Gita Jana Prashtam Yata Patante Tatra Sama Tattave Prana Tattave Sarvita Rishio Yogina Pratam Chayam Gopal Gopi Vyadam Nara Utam Panditam Sanjaritam Yatetam Yatagita Patente Yatra Gitam Charaparantaram Saram Tataham Nishya Prativi Nisisri Gita Atyam Aham Gita Krisman Gita Mi Uttam Priyam Gita Jnanam Telokam Paramaham Gita Mi Paramvada Brahm Vidya Brahmorupa Shamsya Aramanta Askam Nityam Sarvavitam Taravikam Chandra Krisham Pratam Samuktam Arjuna Etam Param Tattva Aham Jnanam Samyuktam Yatam Ashtam Jata Nityam Naramansa Jnana Sirita Lite Yatam Paraparam Patam Ashtam Samparnam Tattam Aram Patam Ashtam Tana Gunum Dacham Gunyam Lite Samshaya Sri Bhagavan Patyam Patam Manasam Ganga Snanam Patam Lite Shara Ashtam Japa Nityam Samyuktam Paralatem Ektam Etyam Yayuktam Yetam Bhakti Samyuktam Rudya Lokyam Avnote Gunu Vashititam Atyasukam Nityam Yataparam Nara Yatam Naravatam Yatam Resam Gita Yatam Slokam Dashtam Yatam Panchachoyotam Dolekam Nityam Savaktam Slokam Yatam Paranam Chandra Krishnam Apanotim Vasamayutam Dhiram Patam Samyuktam Ritam Munasvisham Gita Yatam Tamuktam Yatam Lete Yatam Turam Gita Ashtam Samyuktam Ritu Muno Gita Litam Gita Yatam Saram Astukum Ap Yukam Api Vai Visitu Tum Sam Apunoti Vasham Samutilitim Gita Yatam Deyatam Nityam Kritva Kadavani Bhuvam Isham Jiva Mukti Vitam Deeparam Gita Yatam Bhavatrajatam Yatam Aptyam Nirmansam Loka Gita Yatam Paramparam Gita Yatam Parastam Ritvam Ayotam Evam Yatam Parite Patam Patam Vasim Tasyam Sharam Evam Ityam Ektam Ayotam Samyuktam Gita Yatam Karavati Yatam Sarapalam Avanote Dolaram Nigatam Yote Mahayotam Gitam Pratam Stanam Gita Yatam Tam Paravastu Tadatunam Tattapalam Om Iti Varna Shrimat Mat Gita Samparnam Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Vindravandya Lila Ki Jai. The devotees, at this point in time, we will forward to the cremating site to do the part of the judge. Om Pita Swarga Pita Dharamandala Om Shri Pitridana Om Namo Bhagavate Aryamaratanam Yajivan Pitridana Om Shri Pitridaya Om Chetra Bhutama Om Yajivan Pitridana Pratyaredhan Sampyami.
Do you have a live stream with the same at the front link oh gosh what is link for you because this for my sharing next link on YouTube yeah same
conscience and sympathy. Was to worship she and yet go Magma Hobat Matulana Jogalatam Kiagai Wakibana. You may have been one in a large quantity. You may have been friends in a high society. Don't be too proud to know whatever you may be. You may have been riches to comfort your soul. But your mother is the monarchy of this world. Our mother's love you should never forget. You know, things you do time you're born to regret. Never treat your mother bad, never make her sad. Make your mother happy and glad she'll never wish you bad. Never treat your mother bad, never make her sad. Make your mother happy and glad she'll never wish you bad. Never leave the water till the wells run dry. Just like your mother when she closes her eyes. Matamago batu matulana. Jo kalatam kiya hai wakipana. Your mother's love should never forget. You're all tempted to child you're born to regret. Your mother's love should never forget. The wrong things you do, child, you're born to regret.
Sahadeo